Hey, and welcome back to week 15 of Wrestling in Mom's Basement. Of course, I'm Patrick Young. This guy to my right just admitted that Jinder Mahal is his favorite WWE superstar ever, Joe Venuto.
Yes, I did.
You did.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. I was just throwing up the volume.
But you do not have you don't know how much I am a fan of Jinder.
Yep.
In the last week.
Yep.
Moving on. This is the Hell in a Cell 2011 review.
We're strangely wearing the same clothes as week 16.
Usually we see this before week 16.
Yes. We technically haven't filmed week 16 yet.
Right.
We'll actually be filming this right after, but
You pulled a me there. Normally I'm the one who makes those mistakes.
yes.
Let's get to it. It was held in New Orleans, I think.
That it was.
The commentators are Michael Cole, Jim Ross, and Booker T.
Was it the Smoothie King Center?
Was it?
I'm not sure.
No, I had the New Orleans Arena.
New Orleans Arena?
Yeah. Probably because I forgot the name of it.
Well, anyway, except for you fans in the New Orleans area who go to that arena.
Actually,
it's called the Smoothie King
Center now, at least.
Yes.
Yes. That's where the Raw and SmackDown and WrestleMania show be.
Yeah. It's the best name for an arena I've ever heard.
Our arena saved the banks. We just get banks.
Well, at least Wells Fargo Center sounds better than Smoothie King.
Yeah, I know.
No offense, people in New Orleans.
And the new arena in Detroit, the Hell in a Cell this year's on that Little Caesars Arena.
That's true, yeah.
Because their piece that sucks.
Yeah, it's not that good.
Especially the one that just opened like a year ago down our way. It got sanitation. No, because it got closed for sanitation problems.
Damn.
For a little bit, it had roaches.
Alright, well, anyway.
Instead of McDonald's still on 24th Street. I'm gonna tell you that. I'll tell you that right.
Alright, well, speaking of health violations, Hell in a Cell.
Yes, past favorite pay-per-view of the calendar year.
Oh, yes.
Because once you know October rolls around.
It's the most lovely time of year. The air starts to get a little crisp, the leaves start to change, and we get a 30-foot steel structure.
Well, you know
where guys don't actually, have great Hell in a Cell matches.
Apparently he didn't watch on.
Except this year. Except this year.
Okay.
Except this year.
Alright, well, apparently he didn't watch.
Shane and Owens, Usos and New Day were great.
The commentator.
The other ones, yeah.
Brock and Taker's good too.
Bracket Taker is okay, yes.
No, that one's good.
Alright, fine, it's good.
The two on here are thrilling.
The other ones, yeah.
Well, I do like the ones that happen outside Hell in a Cell. Well, the end of that match, not on Taker Sheen.
Well, we'll speak more about Hell in a Cells because I have a couple points to make that I'm actually going to use examples of the other Hell in a Cells.
Should we wait till we go?
We can talk about that later.
Okay. The commentators for this event are Michael Cole, Jim Ross, and Booker T, because I believe Jerry Can Lawler was kayfabe out due to Mark Henry.
This is the period with anal bleeding,
yes.
By the way.
Alright.
And Booker's reaction. What?
I believe we were only 2 weeks away after the last pay-per-view at this point, which was Night of Champions, I think. And it was 3 weeks from the next one.
And put this more into perspective. This is about 3 years before the network.
Yes. So it's even worse.
So this is like $50 a pop pay-per-view.
For some poor people who used to buy all pay-per-views.
Yes.
From 2005 on.
For some reason, there were fools who paid $50 for Hell in a Cell pay-per-views.
Well,
and there would be fools who'd watch with him.
Sorry. Well, that was back in the day when we had everybody come over.
Yes.
We were like them. We're not as like now.
I think it's because we smell.
We're too popular for it.
Yes. Well, anyway, getting back to the shitty commentary team, besides JR.
And then we were 3 weeks away from Vengeance, I believe, too. Anyway, the main feuds here were the triple threat between Alberto Rude, CM Punk, and John Cena for Raw.
Yes.
And a rematch between Mark Henry and Orton for the SmackDown.
However, I actually don't think it's brand. I actually don't think WWE's brand exclusive anymore.
SmackDown was.
SmackDown was. That's right. SmackDown was.
Raw
wasn't.
No, but anyway, the feud's going to with SmackDown was better than Raw. Or Harry's feud was better than the Triple Threat feud.
Yes. And by the way, this is also a few months after the pipe bomb.
Right. It's 2 weeks after Punk lost the match to Shut. I guess
what, about 6 weeks after SummerSlam?
Yeah.
Which I just actually did the review for that.
Not too long. Yeah, so. Like 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not really wild on this show, but the cell hopefully helps things along. We'll see. I know. Let's get to it. The open video was your usual. Oh no, the cell's horrible, even though it's the PG era and the lack of tally cripples this thing.
From the perspective of the cell too.
Right. Yeah.
The narration, which funny enough, on Wrestling with Regrets channel with Brian Zane, he actually did a Lockdown in 2008, I want to say.
Okay.
And the video package was strangely similar.
Oh, was
with the narration being from the perspective of the cage.
Oh.
Yeah.
WWE cage from TNA.
And I think he also commented that it reminded him of a WWF video package.
Oh, okay.
Which it ended up being
which is big things
about
from TNA.
4 years later. Or 3 years later.
Miz and Truth start off in the front row. Then they're ejected by Giant Ace.
Yes.
We're going to start, and then we go with Christian versus Sheamus.
Since you have a bit more detail on the match, I'll let you go first.
Yeah, you can break that down.
Yeah.
By the way, these are the first new reviews of us doing one of the same show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same. We watch the same pay-per-views. We figured we could give you a better, more perspective on each pay-per-view.
Yeah, it's not
than
just saying.
Yes.
First versus Sheamus. Sheamus used the power stuff to start us off. Christian uses size to good escape. I am a sucker for the power versus speed matches. They normally work out well.
Yeah.
Christian tried to speed things up, slap Sheamus on the floor. Because the big slap always hurts Sheamus. Back in the forearms to the chest are up. Christian tries to go up to the top. That feels also. Result in a power slam spine buster. The top rope shoulder blocks broken up. Sheamus is knocked to the floor to finally get Christian the advantage. Back in, jumping back elbow. Which I always like the way Christian does that.
Yeah.
Your uppercut elbow. Yeah.
Yeah, I do like the move.
We got 2 from that. We had to slipper hold. Because people still think it's the 1980s at this point and think that move still means anything. Nobody says that word slipper hold. Then Adrian gets broken up. Christian just hammers away at actually beats Sheamus down. Missile drop kick on 2. Then Sheamus just pounds Christian down. Also just beat down, just hit the guy a lot. It's bound to work. You're running Sheamus' size. It was old Sheamus now at this point. He had some clothesline, but his girl press was counted a kill switch attempt, which that field as usual at this point. The Irish Curse got 2, but Christian kicked down to cut the Irish Curse. Christian headed up to top at that field as well. He was having a good night. He match knocked Sheamus back for a bit, and then we get close to even. Today, he put Sheamus down, kill switch counter. Then the flying shoulder, where Sheamus pulled himself off from sitting on the corner to top rope using the. Which I was Simon is also when he pulls it in the corner, flips himself up onto the top Sheamus. Who, by the way, is very underrated in the ring.
Yeah, Sheamus is very underrated.
It was more so his push.
That was a fair shot.
I think it's more so it was his first couple pushes.
It's his push, and like for some reason, his face, him as a face seems a bit flat.
Right, yeah.
However, his in-ring work I've always liked.
And let me just say this real quick: he is the only heel during the Roman Reigns push to get Roman cheered as a single star.
Yeah. We were actually there in that building.
Yeah.
When Roman Reigns got cheered in Philadelphia. The city that previously booed him at like a year before at the Rumble.
And who's more likely going to boo him again and the same result happens in 3 months.
Yes.
3 months from tonight, actually,
Yeah.
I believe.
Got him cheered in the building. And probably also had to do a lot with Vince getting Superman punched in the face, too.
Right. But
that, and then it was a completely different Roman Reigns as well.
Right, yeah.
But still, it was in the same building where he got booed out of the building the year before.
Yes.
He got cheered. But anyway, I digress. Sheamus is a face here against Christian.
Out to the floor, Christian drilled him with a spear to put the Big Irishman down. Big Irish. He got back in. He walks into another spear for close two. I actually thought that might have been it. At that time. Not now. Christian tries to kill switch, but he gets countered both times. And Christian's shoulder goes in on the post. The bro kick puts him down for the pin.
Well, my opinion of this match is I really liked it. Excuse me. For Sheamus is a big guy. He's actually surprisingly quick. And that really added, because Christian, is already quick himself. It's a very fast-paced match, which is great for an opener. And I thought this match delivered pretty well.
Agreed.
I'll have you throw your opinion in too.
Okay. This is like a SmackDown main event, which means it's fine for the pay-per-view. Which SmackDown main events tend to be better than Raws. I was digging about. I'm a big Sheamus fan anyway, so there's no surprise there. Christian was on the roll at this point. He was having good matches with everyone.
Yes.
At this point.
He was actually just off his Randy Orton feud.
Yeah. He has that kind of style that's easily adaptable and meshes with everyone. So that was a real surprise. So good stuff there.
For me, I graded this match a B.
I gave it a B as well.
Look at that, same grade. Great minds think alike.
Backstage, Mark Henry called back Striker, makes fun of his voice, and
it's actually a really funny impression too.
Yeah.
Mark Henry is like deep voice, they change it to go high and make fun of Josh Matthews, who's already nerdy.
Oh wait, it was Josh Matthews, right?
No, you're right. It was Matt Striker.
It was
Matt Striker, yeah. Because I think Matthews does Alberto's interview.
That's okay. And then his other voice and the joiners they have saying Orton's in whole pain man.
But it adds nerdy white voice, so they kind of blend together. Except Matt Striker isn't the best play-by-play man in the business.
Right. Up next we got Sin Cara versus Sin Cara. This could be horrible. Just sort of sake of sanity, I'll call them Black and Blue.
Yeah, because they refer to one as Negro and
Hustle.
Yeah, we don't accidentally want to slip up and get taken off of YouTube or have our comments get downloaded or whatever. So
yeah. So Blue's going to be the Boss Tastic original, and Black's going to be the replacement at Hunico. Current Sin Cara.
Mystico, who was the original Sin Cara,
the Boss Tastic,
and versus the current Sin Cara.
Current Sin Cara is better in the ring, but there's something about the original Sin Cara that I miss.
I will give him a plus. His offense is a lot more upbeat than Hunico's.
Yes. I will also give him a negative on that offense. I never seen him connect it. Alright, moving on.
When he connects it,
once in a while,
it can be upbeat and exciting.
Alright, I'll be honest, I feel like a lot of that has to do with the fact he didn't want good developmental to learn to do something.
Exactly.
They feel each other out, and Blue frustrates Black a bit. Blue sends it at 4, has a big old foot dive. He looks a bit better. Oh wait, he actually didn't look too bad in this match, Mexico at times. So, in terms of like his shape he was in, because I remember he was a little flabby at one point too before Sheamus powerbombed him from the ladder.
Yeah, I actually have a different opinion. I know I did say Mystico can be more upbeat, but I actually thought the match was relatively slow for a luchador versus luchador.
I didn't say the match was good. I said he looked better.
Okay.
I didn't say the match was good. Black took over, and we head back to the ring, and then we hit the chin lock.
By the way, the Sin Cara lights are on.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Blue light.
Yeah.
And when I mean Black hits the chin lock, there's just a long-ass chin lock in the middle of the luchador match. Because the match over who the real high flyer is, the referee didn't do is a wrestle.
Yes.
I guess Black's supposed to be the evil one, but it's pretty stupid. The fans chant boring. I can't say I disagree. Blue takes offense to I guess, and sends him to the floor for a big dive and back in for some kicks and rounding for 2. Black powers into layup powerbomb for close to. Booker talks about hitting someone in the max area. And Cole says, "You mean the head?" Cole can be annoying, but when he's on with his jokes, he's very on with Booker. As Cole makes fun of the Spanish of both guys, Blue hits the top rope arm drive for 2, but Swanton misses. Not that matters as the Sunset Bomb hits a few seconds later from the pin. Blue won if that wasn't clear.
For me, this match was surprisingly slow for 2 luchadors. I just said a couple minutes ago. It was really slow to me. Even how he would fly didn't necessarily gain a lot of interest. I actually agree with the crowd. It was actually pretty boring.
That was it. Booker summed up the ending perfectly well. He says, "So what does this mean?" That's the question that summarizes the problems of this whole feud. So what? It wasn't a definitive finish, so he won the equivalent of a roll-up. I don't think they knew where he wanted to go this feud, and it showed pretty badly.
Yeah, I agree with that. Just because I don't remember really liking the feud all that much, and the match was boring to me. Especially with supposed to be this high action, high impact offense. It really wasn't for supposedly exciting luchador. Yeah, for me it was an F.
Same here. Up next, Utunga comes up to Punk in the back, and lawyer jokes go around. Punk does all told him, and Punk makes fun of him some more, and says he doesn't need a lawyer even when he wins the title tonight. And then Punk just told him to vanish. Up next, the tag titles Ear Boom versus Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger. Michael Cole says, and yes, folks, that name is your fault. Ear Boom. Ziggler versus Kofi starts off.
By the way, Michael Cole this time is a heel.
Right. This is
literally just after the him versus King storyline that went to Mania. Yeah. So maybe more on that in future episodes. Hopefully not anytime soon.
Right. This was old school booker here. There were 4 guys in 2 single suits. They didn't have everything else to do. After that, so they were combined into one feud and made the tag teams, which gives them new matches down the road, while still being able to feud the same people in different feud. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
Ziggler got beat down for a while, but gets blew up in the corner, take down Board, and bring in Swagger. Everyone but Ziggler was in blue in this match, by the way. Everybody went blue.
Yeah, they were.
We get into the standard Ear Boom formula. Hot start, and they get into trouble, and by that I mean Bourne just beaten out for a while. Cole tells about how Vicky's going to get Swagger matches and spots he wants, which is what you do as a manager. You have someone like Vicky who's a heat magnet, and you have 2 guys like Swagger and Ziggler with talent but limited charisma. It's a perfect match. They could go in the ring and the supplements, and she supplements some of the talking. Everyone wins. Kofi comes in and Swagger pulls the rope down to send the force of Ziggler takes over. Cole goes on a long rant about Triple H and how horrible he is, and Booker's like, "Man, I wasn't WCW, so I'm trying to tell me about politics." Not in so many words, but it's almost kind of maybe implied. We mixed up the formula a bit, so Kofi was going to get me now. Adrian adds Ziggler just as being the ankle lock by Swagger. Kofi escapes his DT, put both guys down. There's a hot tag to Board, and everyone breaks down. Ziggler beats Kofi, takes Swagger down. Breaks the ankle lock with a top rope crossbody. Bourne has a standing moonsault and down for 2. Then challenges sound for some assist power off the top of Bourne. Counts into a round it off the top to pin Swagger.
For me, I really like this match. I'd put it on par with the opener of Christian Sheamus. I thought it was just as good and probably even better. Yeah, and with almost the same description, it was fast-paced, especially with Evan Bourne and Kofi consisting of one team in the match, and Dolph being quick as shit, too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I really like the action. It entertained me throughout.
I like this. I'm glad they did keep the belts on Ear Boom at the time. They need to build up a team like them so that we can have another team to challenge them.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything that worthless teams lose and win the titles over and over again. Had to like Ear Boom on TV a lot and win the match over and over again. Makes them interested and builds up their reputation. See how that works?
Yeah. let's just say Air Boom as a tag team was never a problem for me at this time. So.
Right.
For me, I gave the match a dig.
I give it an A-.
Okay.
We recap Henry versus Orton. As you know the story here by now, Henry's a monster, beat up everyone, then beat Orton for the title 2 weeks ago. That warrants the biggest gimmick match in the company. Clear connection, right? SmackDown World Title, Randy Orton versus Mark Henry. Vengeance is pushed in 3 weeks, too. Just to let you know. I don't even remember that show. They head to the
I remember Henry and Big
Show.
Show.
The ring.
And Del Rio and Cena.
Because they wrestled inside out.
Yeah, they wrestled inside the
broken ring.
So.
They head to the floor quickly, and Orton sends him into the cage and beats him down. Orton tries to elevate DDT, but it's too early for that. So Henry fights over, and Orton's shoulder goes in that post and gets pulled on. Orton is in the cage and fights back in the ring. Henry has a power slam for 2. Henry goes for the steps and slams him onto Orton to keep up the dominance. Henry uses more step stuff and sends him into the cage, and then he starts yelling about something. Orton tries to hammer him away, but Henry's too fat. He picks Orton up into the World Strong Slam position, but his backbreaker said that he does it again. JR drops. JR drops some alliteration loss as Henry keeps dominating about why he's dominated. I do remember at WrestleMania 13. Yes, I'm going back 14 years here. 20 years now. I made 13 Sean was on commentary for the main event, I believe it was.
13, yes.
Yeah. Instead of Sid, about Sid, that he did straight from a power game because it took him everywhere he needed to go. That's Mark Henry in a nutshell. Why change things if they work? More beer huggery.
Funny thing is, that was actually just starting to work for Mark Henry.
Yes.
After 17 years.
There's a little period when this beer hug dog I got admit for a cell match. While Henry was dreaming about ribs and nachos, I guess how. Orton tried to hammer away, but Henry says
if he comes around and hears you said that,
I'm right.
No, no, I'm gonna tell him that was all you.
The Rumble.
Yeah.
Orton tried to hammer away, but Henry felt the power of pumpkin pie, I guess. It's the season. Sends it to the floor again. He says
pumpkin spice latte, but no, you just went straight for pumpkin pie. You went straight for the pastry.
Pumpkin pie is better than pumpkin spice latte. He said to play Orton.
Yeah, I don't really like PSL.
He was said to play Orton on the steps, but PSL, I mean, it's okay. Inside joke.
Yeah.
But Orton drives on the cage.
Well, one that's actually not worth actually.
Yeah, sway. And climbs up a bit. So Orton DDTs Henry onto the steps. The battle shuts down. Henry's in trouble. That is surprised and punches up the dropkick player on Abraham. The elevated DDT actually works, and the RKO does as well, but Henry kicks out too. Orton is shocked and is short to do now. That's a great plot device, as Reno only had one big weapon to use, but only got 2. Cole says Orton can't beat him. Booker says hit it again. I never got why after a finisher can't get a pin. Everyone thinks they can't get the pin. I mean, you can do it again.
Yeah, hit another same finisher again.
Orton lives with the pump, but Henry drives him with the World Strong Slam and gets the pin.
It's not like you're in a video game.
Right.
Where like, oh crap, I gotta build up another finisher.
Right, yeah.
But I did like that he switched to the pun. Yeah. Although he actually doesn't get it, so.
No.
Here's where I actually get to talk about the past Hell in the Cell matches. Like the first ones, like specifically Shawn and Taker and Mankind and Taker, you felt like they were different you felt like it was a completely different match type when watching it. They were brutal, they were violent, and both guys in the match either looked cruel or really tough. Especially for Mick Foley, who gets thrown off the cell and then through the cell. It's around this time where there's a long string. I mean, even in 2009, with guys, known for Hell in a Cell matches, like Triple H and Undertaker.
Right. That's one of the better ones at the time.
It's better.
Yeah,
However,
I mean, I'll throw it 2000.
however, it still falls under the same category.
Yeah, actually, this might be the best one up until that point.
Oh,
wait, no, Orton.
I would actually
Legacy.
offer a memory, Orton and Cena, I would say.
Oh, wait, yeah, from the House on 9.
Yeah. However, there's this long string of matches, of decent matches that just happen to be in Hell in a Cell. Not great Hell in a Cell matches, but okay matches that happen to be inside a cell.
Until like 2015.
Meaning that if you literally take the cell out of the matches, it would be no different. The cell doesn't really serve any purpose, even in the feud, for the most part. Like, I don't remember Henry and Orton being terribly personal, where you want to throw both in the cell.
No.
Or they had such a great rivalry that you want to throw them both in the cell. Or you can get that, like, Batista and Taker. My point, getting back to my point, this is an okay match for me that happens to be in a Hell in a Cell. They don't need the cell. In fact, I think the only thing they do is, I think Orton gets thrown into it a couple times. And maybe Mark Henry once.
And Orton climbed it.
Yeah, and started stomping on Henry.
Yeah, I was like,
however, without those things, I don't think the match would actually end up being all that different. Even with Hell in a Cell, you'd think a lot of weapons. I think Mark Henry just used the steps.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, the main event has more
And
weapons.
then after the match is when he pulled out the chair.
Yeah, the main event has more weapons.
Yeah.
And he did one street fight inside cell in the main event.
Yeah, we'll get to that a bit later, but
this is just like a post-match brawl.
Yeah,
inside cell.
It's like a really dull, no DQ Raw match that just happens to be in a cell. To me.
They did use the cage a bit here and probably helped the match more than it will. If it was just the match. They just did a match without the cell in terms of that. Because the cage stuff was actually the only decent stuff in that actual match. Because the rest was, like you said, the like, few match.
Yeah.
Some of those was kind of limited, but there's always so much, you can't really blame Orton for that. There's only so much you can do with Henry. And the big spots are, of course, out of question here. I will have cut a few minutes down with it.
Oh, yeah.
So, but this was all they could do, really, with Henry.
Yeah. I think they could have added a bit more to it, make it a bit more vicious. At least use something else besides steps.
It was like dipping a toe, not a whole foot, like your little toe into what the cell could be, because they used it, but it was nothing.
Yeah, if you just watched Shane and Owens or
especially
New Day and Usos,
yeah,
those are great Hell in a Cell matches. They're not just matches that happen to take place inside a cell. If you want to look at that and then go, okay, I want to see past Hell in a Cell matches, see that, I think you'll be disappointed.
Yeah.
In a way. It's not a bad match, it's just not a Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah.
You want to add anything more?
Nah, yeah.
I ended up giving this match C-.
Give it a C. Post-match, Henry goes to leave, goes back in for dessert. He hits the slam on Orton and sets him up for a pulmonization. Orton moves, smart guy, and gets a chair. He pounds Henry down, and they go up to the aisle. Orton keeps pounding away and goes for a big chair shot, but Henry gets a kick to the ribs and Henry runs. So,
like, I wish part of that actually happened in this
match, right.
Like, I wish Henry tried to pulmonize Orton's ankle, and then Orton goes crazy and starts smacking him with a chair.
With that being said, I thought there was going to be a third match between them, but turns out there's not a non-gimmick match.
No, there isn't. Henry would actually go on to face Big Show in a surprisingly great match.
Avengers, right.
Yeah.
Alberto's backstage, says he can win the cell, and he'll be like an animal trapped in a cage.
Yes.
Let's see the Siphon, and then we'll leave off there, and then come up next part 7 of the Hot Review.